Hello everybody, thank you for watching this video. Today's video I am going to tell the story of why I started a blog. If you go to my bio page or section of the page at the top for the bio, the last link or the second to last link, one of the links on the list of links says blog. And so I'm going to tell a story behind why I started that blog. And I know I haven't posted on the blog in a long time, but I'm busy, guys, okay? So I started the blog in November 2024. Thanksgiving 2024, to be exact. And Thanksgiving with the feeding tube, or really any holidays or special events, or really anything is hard when you have a feeding tube, because we live in such a food-driven culture. Like, everything's centered around food in the American culture, which is hard when you have a feeding tube and can't enjoy eating as much as everybody else. And so, like, we even in the American culture have, in the United States, a holiday that's completely centered around food. And yeah, it's called Thanksgiving, and everybody's like, oh, thankful for, yada, 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 grateful, gratitude. But really the bulk of the holiday is centered around food and eating. And so ever since I got my feeding tube 5 years ago, Thanksgiving has always been really hard. And 2020, some years are harder than others, and 2024 was for some reason harder. And I basically spent the whole day in my room by myself because it was hard. It was a rough day for me. And I started that afternoon searching around on the internet to see. I was like, there's got to be some sort of stories of people with feeding tubes and Thanksgiving, like how they get through Thanksgiving or other holidays or events. And I know my mom has said that on social media there's different groups for people with different health needs, to include people feeding tubes, but I'm not on social media, so I don't have that access. And so I was looking around for different articles on the internet and really couldn't find anything written from a patient or caregiver point of view about life with a feeding tube, specifically the holidays and Thanksgiving with a feeding tube. So I was like, you know what, I see a need and I want to fulfill this need. And I did some quick searching on the internet to see if you could start a blog for free, and turns out you can. So I started a blog because I wanted to help people know that they're not alone and give that perspective of a patient's point of view with holidays and feeding tube, and encourage other people. So that's why I decided to start a blog. I named it Defying Odds because I kind of feel like that sums up my life. That I've been defying odds my whole life. And so that's why it's called Defying Odds. And so that's how it started. It's also become kind of like a talk about other things besides just feeding tubes on there. Since being in college, I don't post as much on there anymore because I don't have time to do stuff. And like last winter break, I wrote a bunch of blog posts, and like changed the dates So it looks like I had posted a bunch during the fall semester, but really they were all posted over my break. So yeah, that's why I started a blog. And I kind of feel like called to encourage other people and inspire people and bring awareness to other health conditions and encourage people who have those health conditions and help people feel like they're not alone and help people get through challenging things and point them back to Christ. So that's kind of what I feel called to do. And so that's both the goal behind the blog and also this channel as well. So thank you for watching this video. I'll link the blog on the description of this video, but it's also linked on my bio for YouTube. But yeah, go check it out. Like I said, I don't post that much during semesters. Sometimes we'll go back and add stuff. There's one post that I made during the semester, during the spring semester, on the last day of my clinical rotation, because when I got in the car after my last clinical during the spring semester rotation, there was just so much in my head that I was just like, I gotta get this out. And so like the whole car ride back to Canvas, I sat there typing it out on my phone. Yeah, and so, and like I was so invested in typing out everything that was in my head that like when we pulled up to campus, I'd be like, what? We're here at campus already? So, but yeah, so that's about it. That's why I started a vlog. Go check it out. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things, and have a great day. And know that you're not alone.